Hey guys, it's Angelique. It is time for our Wednesday weekly team training, and today I am going to be talking about how to be a badass at making money. Jen Sincero is the author of this book. She has a series of books on how to be a badass, how to be a badass at making money, and there's another one, but I don't know the title of it. But either way, Jen Sincero has been a huge influencer in my life. I even went and she came to town and autographed my book. And I just think the world of her. And I actually haven't read her in a really long time. And I was inspired this morning to train on this because it really does change your life. The reality is that we have all the tools that we need within the Color Street business. We know exactly what to do. And if you don't, there are trainings to show you how to have a Facebook party, how to run a VIP group, how to recruit someone, what you should say when you have someone who has an objection, what you need to be a team leader, what you need to be as a director. My point is that we have everything that we need to be successful in Color Street. A lot of the times that I find, what I'm finding is everyone's kind of in their own way. And I don't want that to be the case anymore. I've kind of had a moment of, I've really done a lot of self-reflection, and I've done a lot of meditating, and I am into the woo-woo. I am into what you put out is what you get back. I believe in our energy, and how we perceive energy and how we give out energy is what is reflected in your life. I truly, truly believe that. I'm a huge student of that, and I study every week on how we show up. And what I'm finding is everybody loves this product. I have not found anyone who's on our team that doesn't love Color Street. It's not the product, right? It's just not. We have an amazing product. A lot of people cannot say that, honestly. We have one product that works incredibly well for the majority of people. Very rarely do you ever get a complaint. And if you do, it's typically an application error or something that is totally fixable. So why do people struggle with growing their team or getting parties or that kind of a thing? What's the deal? Well, the deal is you're in your own way. And let's just be honest about that. I can get in my own way quite frequently, actually, even though I'm a student of all of this knowledge. Applying it is a whole nother ballgame. So I want to address, and we'll probably do several segments of how to be a badass at making money, because it really does come down to, what do you think about your ability to do this job? It's not a hard job. Is it the consistency factor? I feel like is the hard part, right? The consistency factor of following up and reaching out to new people and hosting parties. But the reality and the rewards are far out numbering what you have to do for this particular job, this career. So I want to address some of the things that I truly believe can help you overcome any hurdle in your business. And I really want to start talking more about this in our group, because I just know this is something that will help a lot of you. If you are really wanting to grow and expand your business with Color Street, you totally can. There is absolutely no reason why you cannot. There are so many people out there doing this business and growing every single month. And if they're doing it, then you can do it. So what is the difference? It's not that they have, 500 people lined up and that they're not, that's not the case. They are working their business consistently, and they have a different mindset about how they're going about it. And that is it. So what's holding you back? I want to refer to a couple of things here in this book, and I'm not going to read it to you, but I am going to read a few things and then have some commentary on the end of it. But the reality is if you're ready to make money, you can. You and I can. I'd also like to point out that there's nothing terribly wrong if you haven't figured out just how to do it. It comes with practice and time. Sorry, my nose is kind of running. All you need to do is wake up to what's holding you back, make new, powerful choices about what you're going to focus on, and smarten yourself about money and go for it like you've never gone for it before. Today, when I was in my book club, a quote came across, and it was so perfect because I was like, gosh, it's so true. How can I think, feel, and behave differently to produce the effect or the result that I want? So many times we keep doing the same behaviors and same thoughts over and over and expecting different results. And it's just never going to happen. Nothing magical is going to come out of doing the same thing when you're getting the same result. You have to make different thoughts, different choices, and behave differently if you want something different in your life. And let's be honest, we joined Color Street because we wanted something different in our lives. We wanted to make some money. We wanted to share this magic with everyone. And by the way, there's still like millions of people out there that don't know what Color Street is. So we have to get in tune with why we are not realizing our potential to make this an amazing opportunity with Color Street. So if you put the same amount of time, this is so great because I can speak from experience. If you spend the same amount of time focusing on the focus that you put into freaking out about money, cutting back on your expenses, finding the deals, haggling, researching, refunding, returning, redeeming, rerouting, rebating, into actually making money, my gosh, can you imagine if all of that energy went into making money and focusing on connecting with customers, follow-up, booking parties, hostess coaching, recruiting. If instead you focused on doing those activities versus those other ones, I mean, it would be a game changer. It's about giving yourself options, but this whole making money thing, right? It's about giving yourself options and the permission to be, do, and have whatever lights you up. And instead of acting like a victim in your circumstance, you're a powerful creator. And that is amazing. You are in the driver's seat of how you want to behave. You are in the driver's seat of how you want to show up in this world. Color Street is a vehicle to get you there. Yeah, you can go to a 9 to 5, and you probably do. Some of you do, and some of you don't. And the ones that do, they may love it, or they may be trying to get out of it. Those that sit at home and they want something to do, this is your something to do. So it's your choice. It's about creating the wealth that affords you the life that you'd love to live instead of settling for what you think you can get. Every single one of us is a powerful creator that can have the life that we want. We are not doomed to our circumstances. We are able to create the life we want. So I have to ask, why aren't we doing that? And if you are, congratulations, and keep doing it, because you'll only grow into something more and more. And you will come across bumps along the way, and you'll have to readjust your sails, and you'll have to keep going. But the reality is, we have everything that we need to make this an amazing life. And for some reason, sometimes we just settle for what we can get. And it kind of is mind-blowing. If you're not happy in your current circumstance, or if you need finances to have some more peace of mind, why are we not focused on how we can go about doing that? It's so funny. It's because we stay comfortable, right? We all have the power within us to choose and create realities that totally kick ass. And that is so true. We do not have to be sitting here saying, I'm stuck in this position for the rest of my life until I die. Aren't we so grateful that we have the opportunity to change? Just think about that. You have the power to change your situation if you want it bad enough. If you don't want it bad enough, that's only on you. It is not on the amount of parties you have. It's not based on how many people you ask and they say no to join the opportunity. It is only based on your desire to have more in your life. And you have the power within yourself to change that. So even though staying stuck where you are feels easier and less risky than putting yourself out there, it does still feel awful, doesn't it? It still feels, it doesn't feel good. But for whatever reason, the effort to do something else feels daunting at times. But for me, it feels like I'm letting myself down. I'm being a wimp. I'm holding myself back and denying like my awesomeness and snoozing all the way through life. Like I do that on occasion. I'm sure that some of you do the same. It's just frustrating. When you want to stay within your comfort zone, I have to tell you, when I have coaching calls or when I'm messaging with people, 9 times out of 10, they don't want to get out of their comfort zone. It's just a zone. It's not a brick wall. It's just a zone. So, maybe consider getting out of that zone, trying a different lane. Take a deep breath, set 15 minutes on your timer, and boom, go. And just see what the results are. And then do it again the next day. Don't give up at one time and don't get frustrated if it doesn't work right away. You have to take leaps to catapult yourself out of your safety little reality. And it usually feels very terrifying and really confronting. And I can tell you, like, it makes me sweat to think about some of the things that I need to be doing. But guess what? Do I do it anyway? A lot of the times I do. Do I fall into a rut where I don't? I do. Does it feel good? No. Actually, it creates a ton of anxiety for me. A ton of anxiety of, I know I should be doing this, but I'm going to sit here and wallow in this. And I'm only creating more of this when I do that. I'm not changing anything. So I'm making life a lot harder on myself by sitting here and getting uncomfortable and complaining about my circumstances instead of taking the initiative and action and going forward. So you just have to be willing to do what it takes. And here is what it takes. Agreeing to get really, really, really uncomfortable over and over again. And that is reality, my friends. Like, when you first joined Color Street, or if you've just now joined Color Street, it's such an exciting opportunity. It is so much fun. It is such a killer product. Everyone loves it. I, again, can't find anyone that doesn't. And then you do things over and over and over again. And sometimes you get people that don't want to do it or whatever, but then we start to let that bother us. And then it becomes uncomfortable and we don't want to push through that. But that's exactly what you have to do. It is exactly what you need to be doing to get to the other side. If you want to be a team leader, if you want to be a director, if you want to be a senior director, and if you want to be an executive, you have to keep doing the successful steps and feel that uncomfortableness and just get okay with it. Just be like, yep, I feel uncomfortable. I'm going to keep going. Yep, I feel uncomfortable. I'm going to keep going. Because the success that you could have within Color Street is, I can't even explain how many people I know that have life-changing incomes. And in my mind, if they can do it, so can I, and so can you. And there is no reason. The only thing that stops you is what's between your two ears. It's your belief in yourself, it's your consistency, and it's your hang-ups that you have about feeling uncomfortable. You have to get out of that. Or you can stay in your same job, do the same thing day in and day out for the next 20 years. And if that works for you, great. But if it doesn't, and you're going to your job or you're at home or whatever your circumstances are, if they're not working for you, then this is where you have to go. I'm going to be uncomfortable and I'm going to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and I'm going to do this today. I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to do this the next day. So we've been raised to believe that you have to work hard to make money. And there might be times that's true. But the real secret is that you have to take huge and uncomfortable risks. And you have to do things that you've never done before. You have to make yourself visible. You have to acknowledge your awesomeness. You have to risk looking stupid. And you must not only admit to desiring and commit to creating wealth, but also, most importantly, you must allow yourself to do it. This is so important. It's okay to want the money. It's not about the money. It's what the money can do. What do you want this money to do? You want it for freedom. You want to feel free. You want to be able to live the life that you've always envisioned. But honestly, guys, it's not going to come without consistent behavior or taking risks. And we take risks every day. Asking people sometimes feels like a risk for some people. Some people love it. And it doesn't feel risky. That something else feels risky for them, going live or, do something differently today. Do something differently tomorrow. But you can work smarter, not harder, okay? And finally, the money that you desire is here for you. We live in an abundant universe. Look outside. Look at the leaves on the trees. Look at the grass on the ground. Look at the abundance of cells we have in our body. Look at the abundance of bugs we have. We have so much abundance in this universe, and it is all available to you. They're just waiting for you to take action. The opportunities, the clients, the teachers, the brilliant money-making ideas, they're all available right now. And they're just waiting for you to wake up, let them in, and get started. So that's all I have for you guys today. I am encouraging you to get out of your own way and to put a stop to what isn't working and start focusing on what is working. You will create a whole nother life for yourself when you do that. And it's so easy. And I am here to tell you, I am guilty of it on a regular basis, to focus on what's not working. But that's only going to get you more of what's not working. So you have to realize everything that you want is already in existence for you. And all you have to do is put a focus to it, believe in your heart it's available, and then take action. And that final quote, I'm going to repeat it. How can I think, feel, and behave differently to produce the effect or the result that I want? And if you can seriously sit there and say, I'm doing everything that I can, clearly it's not working and you might have to change something. I know, you can say, well, I'm doing all of these X, Y, these things and it's still not working. Well, then you need to say, how can I think differently about this? How can I feel differently about this? And how can I behave differently about this to get the result that I do want? Maybe you need to change some things. Clearly you do. If you've been doing something for a really long time and nothing's working and you think you're doing it all correctly, maybe it's time for a change. Maybe it's time for you to think, I should do something differently and try, a different way of following up, or go out and do a vendor show, or ask some people I wouldn't normally ask, or get into a different group or a network or something. But you got to try something else because what you're doing isn't working. So with that being said, this was this week's training. I adore Jen Sincero. I would be open to doing a book club on this. If anyone is interested, shoot me a message. I could maybe look into doing that because I need to reread this bad boy. It's really good. If you want to follow along, you can get You Are a Badass at Making Money on Amazon. I bet there's a paperback now version because it's been out for a while, but it's really great. So thanks, guys. I hope that this helped you out, and go get them. Be the shining star that we all know that you are and you can be. I'll talk to you later. Bye.